This week on Premier Preps, league rivals going head-to-head on the baseball diamond. We've got hot starts from surprise teams on the softball field, and we also take a look at a section finals rematch in boys volleyball. Plus, we head to Rocklin, where the special unified basketball game brought smiles to all. This is Premier Preps. Welcome to Premier Preps. I am your host, Nick Pecoraro. Thank you, as always, for tuning in. We have a fantastic show for you this week as we hit spring break in most parts of the section. We're going to start this week's show on the diamond with two of the Sac Joaquin section's newest teams. Sutter, a longtime northern section powerhouse in baseball, just joined the Sac Joaquin section last year, and boy, what a splash they made, winning section and NorCal championships. 12 Bridges, on the other hand, just opened its doors in Lincoln 2 years ago and introduced varsity sports for the first time just last year as well. So the Raging Rhinos were looking to make a splash of their own against a 9-0 Sutter team Tuesday afternoon. Out to Sutter we go. Head coaches Bill Gibbs and Stuart Peterson meeting before the game. Down the right field line is a reminder of how well Sutter played last year. League, section, and NorCal championships for the Huskies. Kellen Collier takes the ball for the Rhinos, and Johnny Munger has it for the Huskies. Top one. Things look promising for 12 Bridges. 2 on for Jamison Barnes, who grounds out to Logan Yakovic at short, but Logan Sanders, the Colonel, scores on the play. Rhinos up 2-0 early. Bottom half of the first, Sutter looking for that big 2-out hit, and they get it. Logan Yakovic singles up the middle. We're going to have a play at the plate, but Carson Bishop beats the throw from center field, and the Huskies are on the board. Game tied at 2 now with the bases loaded for Trevor Watson, who takes ball 4 and picks up the easy RBI. Another run is in, bag still full with 2 outs, and all heck breaks loose. A wild pitch brings in 1 run. The ball gets away from the pitcher, though, and a collision at the plate sends the ball into the dugout. Everybody scores, and it's a 7-run first for Sutter. In the second, they're loaded up full of Huskies again. This time, Trenton Deschen grounds to third for the fielder's choice. That'll bring Yakovic into score, and Sutter leads by 7 after 2. Bottom 3 now. Sutter threatening again with 2 on and 2 out, but this time, the Rhinos avoid further damage. Diego Castro has to hurry at short, but he gets his man to end the inning. Top 4, 2 on for the Rhinos as they're looking to do some damage. Castro at the plate. He shoots one into right center, but Rylan Giovanoni runs it down to end the inning. Bottom 4 we go. Huskies on the base paths again. They put in an order for some more hits, and Rylan Giovanoni delivers. Brady Wickham scores, and then Carson Bishop punches it into left for another Husky run. Then Logan Yakovic to the windows, to the wow. 2 more Huskies score. Sutter decides to call it an early afternoon with a 5-inning, 15-2 victory, and the Huskies improved to 10-0 on the season. A special shout out goes out to my guy Mark Willis for hooking up the video for that Rhinos and Huskies game on Tuesday. Appreciate you as always, Mark. Well, we're going to switch up to the softball diamond now, where you might have to flip through a few old yearbooks to find out the last time that Bella Vista started this hot on the softball field. The Broncos came into Monday at 7-0 and took on a West Park team off to its best start in program history. That game Tuesday in Fair Oaks. It's been at least 2 decades since Bella Vista softball started a season with 7 straight wins. The Broncos trying to push it to 8 on Tuesday with West Park in town. Top 1, Bella Vista pitcher Haley Shiflett with a strong start to her afternoon. 2 strikeouts in the top of the first. But her counterpart, Jessica Cochran, started out strong as well with 2 first-inning punch-outs of her own. West Park with a runner on in the second, but Shiflett gets some help from her defense this time. Second baseman Shea Leopold chases down a soft liner to end the inning. Bottom 2 now, 2 outs for Rosie Harrod, who shoots one back up the middle. A slight bobble in the outfield, but Harrod doesn't stop running and comes up with a hustle double. And then the next batter, Tatum Thane, says, "I'll trade you places." Thane drives Harrod home, and it's 1-0 Bella Vista after 2. Now this is where Haley Shiflett really started cooking. Haley strikes out the side in the third. She had 7 punchies through 3 innings. We go to the fourth now, 1 out, ducks on the pond for Tatum Thane, who goes for the safety squeeze, and man, with wheels like that, you're going to cause some havoc. Everyone is safe. Gianna Gambone comes in to score to make it 2-0. And then the next batter, Madison Shirey, lays down another safety squeeze to make it 3-0. Small ball at its finest for the Broncos. To the fifth now, Haley Shiflett was obviously feeling herself in the circle. She ropes a double to left. Why not? This is what you call having a day on the diamond. She would be stranded at second, but she goes right back to work in the circle. A career-high 14 strikeouts to match her jersey number. Have a day indeed, Haley Shiflett. The Broncos weren't done swinging it. Rosie Harrod with a deep fly ball over the right fielder for a stand-up double, her second 2-bagger of the game. And then Thane follows up once again. Harrod and Thane were a lethal 1-2 punch in the bottom half of that Broncos lineup Tuesday. And then Gianna Gambone puts on the finishing touches with an RBI knock, and Bella Vista moves to 8-0. Haley Shiflett, what's going on with the Broncos?
I feel like before the game even starts, just our energy as a team, like during the warm-ups, I feel like also like we just feel so confident like before the game even starts because we've just been winning. We're just all connecting this year with like the players and everything.
Last year's Division II Boys Volleyball Section Championship came down to Capital Valley Conference rivals Wood Creek and Antelope, with the Timberwolves hoisting their first ever blue banner and leaving a bitter taste of defeat with the Titans. Antelope, however, would have its first crack at payback Tuesday night in Roseville. The Antelope Titans have had this match circled on the calendar ever since that section finals loss to Wood Creek a year ago. The Titans looking for some payback and looking strong in the first set as Caden Hutcherson takes a pass from Nathan Yurchenko and the Titans get out to a hot start. They're doing it on the defensive end as well. Angelo Valencia gets a big stop at the net, but Wood Creek's trying to get something going in the first as Giovanni Acuse had his fastball dialed in on Tuesday. But the first set belonged to the Titans. Yurchenko with the southpaw swing. Antelope wins set 1, 25-19. Set 2, Wood Creek trying to get things going. Tim Karanja puts one away off of the block, one of 17 kills for Timmy on Tuesday. And then Acuse getting up to throw it down. Wood Creek made several runs to tie the score in the second, but like a cheat sheet in an open note test, Antelope had an answer for everything. Caden Hutcherson with a bullet. And then freshman James Bogdanovich with a huge block to end set 2, 25-21. And the Titans are feeling themselves with a 2-0 lead. And with the way things started in the third, it was looking like Antelope might mess around and sweep the Timberwolves as Yurchenko puts one away. But here's where Wood Creek makes its move. And they do it with defense. Gio Acue starting a block party for the T-Wolves. And then setter Andrew Taylor follows. He had 51 assists on Tuesday, but here he is with the block, the dig, and the kill. And Wood Creek takes its first lead of the match. Later in the third, Antelope keeping it close. Bogdanovich with another big block. It's so fun to watch how fired up he gets. But the Timberwolves would finish set 3, 25-22, as Taylor feeds Giovanni Acuse, and Wood Creek has some life. Keep in mind the T-Wolves top hitter Brody Krupp is out for the season with a foot injury, but guys like Tim Karanja were stepping up on Tuesday, as was Marlon Lewis, just hanging up there and putting it down for the point. You can sense the momentum shifting in the T-Wolves' direction. And then set point, Andrew Taylor, great court awareness. He sneaks one past the defense, 25-21 Creek, and we're going to a fifth set. Taylor doing a bit of everything. What a luxury to have a 6'2 setter who can block. Creek up 13-7 in the fifth, but the Titans aren't going away. Yurchenko makes it 14-12, but then Giovanni Acus puts the exclamation point on a thrilling comeback win. Gio, where does a win like this rank for Wood Creek this year?
It's up there because they wanted revenge from last year and we took it away from them. We just had a talk after the second set, made the adjustment, and we finished.
Well, our final gamer this week started at the beginning of the week, a Monday afternoon contest in the Capital Athletic League. Del Campo, a championship-rich program in this section, got off to a slow start at 0-4. But ever since league play began, the Cougars have turned it around with 3 straight wins, entering Monday's contest against Vista del Lago, which, entering this week, had outscored its opponents 79-7 in a 5-0 start. Cougars and Eagles on Monday. Always a very chill vibe at the yard at Del Campo High School. The Cougars trying to right the ship after that 0-4 start, hosting Vista del Lago, who's just been tearing it up offensively to start the year. Top 1, Cougar starter Mitchell Clements gets out of trouble with one of his 5 punch-outs on the day. But in the top of the second, Vista gets on the board first as Will Anderson drives home Mason Deutsch to make it 1-0 Eagles. The next batter, Connor Gastelum, trying to drive Anderson home, but center fielder Brody Bieneman gives us all free tickets to the gun show and keeps it at a 1-run game. Now, defense would be a major theme in this game for Del Campo, case in point by this 5-4-3 double play to end the third. Robert Franklin to Cooper Dyke to Logan Smith. And the Cougs go to work now at the dish. Bottom 3, runners on for Bieneman. He showed you what he can do with his arm. Now he's showing you what he can do with the bat. This single ties things up at 1 apiece. And then 2 batters later, Carter Ferris sneaks one past the third baseman down the left field line. That will score Bieneman and Alex Young. And Del Campo leads 3-1 after 3. Bottom 4 now, a 2-out rally for the Cougs. Bieneman makes a tough play for the Vista shortstop. That scores Young from third. And then Carter Ferris at the plate again, put the ball in play, and good things will happen. The errant throw brings home Bieneman, and Del Campo leads 7-1 after 4. Now how about some more defense? Check out right fielder Alex Young. He's trying out for the dive team. A beautiful grab right there. And then later in the inning, center fielder Brody Bieneman tells Tyler Bolliard that this is a no-fly zone and takes away extra bases. We go to the 7th now. More Del Campo defense. Second baseman Cooper Dyke. Super Cooper snares a hot shot off the bat of Mason Deutsch, and that'll get you a hug from your shortstop every time. But Vista would not go away quietly. Will Anderson ropes an RBI double to score Russell Snyder. Anderson was 2 for 3 for the Eagles on Monday. But Mitchell Clements would go the distance for Del Campo. 1 earned run, 0 walks. And after a 0-4 start, the Cougars are 4-0 in the Capital Athletic League.
I think what really happened is we just took those losses personally, and we grew from every single loss. Every single rep, every single ball. We just learned something. And from that, we just compete in league, and we just need to keep going.
Well, Rocklin and Whitney high schools are normally fierce crosstown rivals in all of their respective varsity sports. But they also have a good knack for coming together and showing support for those who need it the most. And the Special Olympics-style unified basketball game, which took place on Thursday night at Whitney High School, is the epitome of what I'm talking about. Check it out. Not all high school students are lucky enough to be a varsity athlete playing their favorite sport. But every student deserves to feel the same kind of spotlight and shine of those who are. And there aren't too many crosstown rivals who come together to support their special athletes, quite like Rocklin and Whitney high schools.
It's our 9th annual unified sports basketball game between Rocklin and Whitney High School. Every kid deserves an opportunity to have their night, to have their Friday night lights or their big basketball game, and so that's what we want to do. We want to make sure every kid gets that opportunity.
Tonight we'll play basketball tonight. Just a couple hours, and I love basketball because it's my favorite sport, because it's one of my favorite. So we're gonna win this game.
It's all the peer mentors, the teachers, all of them come together, and they do the biggest basketball game in history. The fans, all the teachers, all the students are counting on me to get a hoop in, which is hard.
Oh, it's awesome to see these kids get an opportunity to play in front of a big crowd. The student body is phenomenal on both sides. Just as the game's going on, they'll celebrate a basket like it was the greatest thing in the world. And that's probably what brings me the most joy, for sure.
Oh, you'll see them. They'll be dancing around and they'll be partying, and it'll be incredible. This is a night they look forward to all year. They ask us, when's the basketball game? When's the basketball game? So it's finally here.
Well, I don't know about you, but I'm certainly pumped up to see what these kids can do. Let's get to the game highlights, shall we? The unified basketball game played at Whitney High School on Thursday night. Here we go. First quarter, Rocklin coming out strong as Ezra Ayala gets the first bucket of the game for the Thunder. But his team was just getting started. Here comes Luis Cortez. You heard from him just a minute ago. He stops, he pops, and he drops it in with the friendly bounce, and then he tops it all off with the gritty that even the Whitney fans can appreciate. Still more Rocklin hoops. Here comes Jalen Kale, looking to go coast to coast for the lay-in. He's a freshman. The Thunder come out hot, but here come the Wildcats now. Junior Noah Hart giving new meaning to the term roll toward the basket. This layup gives Whitney a big bucket, and Whitney's run continues thanks to this layup from freshman Kalen Weaver. Rocklin coach Dave Muscarella trying to find a way to stop these Wildcats, but there was no stopping Whitney in the second quarter, especially Imani Murray. The senior looking like Steph Curry, showing off the range and giving a shout out to his fans in the crowd. We take a break for a little Cupid shuffle at halftime. Everybody in the gym was getting their boogie on at center court. Even Matthew Bassett and Scott Tedman from ABC Jam stopped by to talk to a Rocklin High Unified Game legend, Paris P-Dog Cordell. We see you, P-Dog. We pick things back up in the third quarter. Junior Owen Brown finds his shot to keep Whitney rolling. But Rocklin would respond as Catherine Waters goes splish-splash for her first bucket of the game. And then her teammate, Robert Miner, follows through to get himself in the scoring column. Down on the other end, though, Kaylee Kobayashi with the old granny shot for two. That's going to get her a high five from Stanford commit Harper Peterson. And then Rocklin freshman Lux Sanchez doing his best Kainoa Marasco impression. A big shot off of the glass right there. And in the final seconds of the third quarter now, check out Carmelo Estevez, who grabs the rebound on one end, takes it all the way to the cup with the clock running down, and beats the buzzer. Whitney is officially on fire at this point. Now, Pranav Todi told me before the game that he was going to score 100 in this game. Well, this was his only bucket, but guess what? It was worth 100 points. So Pranav Todi is a man of his word. And his Whitney teammates just keep on pouring in buckets. Here's Joaquin Sanchez for two. And then check out this suffocating defense right here from Sophia Sanchez, just not letting her man get anywhere. And her defense would turn into offense on the other end as Sophia rattles it home for her first bucket of the game. Rocklin wasn't finished though, David Miner getting in on the fun. And then midway through the fourth, check out Habiba Ziyadin getting the crowd on its feet. I'm nominating her as the official Premier Preps hype person, getting some love from the Whitney baseball team. Great job, Habiba. Rocklin still going to work though as Rebecca Walker gets the friendly roll for 2 points. And then here comes my main man, Luis Cortez. He gets the lay in on one end, and then on the other end, he gives the night-night signal. Gotta love that. But we end the game with some defense. Imani Murray looking like LeBron with this chase down block. Everybody's going crazy after that. The final score does not matter. This night was all about having fun.
It's all about fun. It's all about fun. I love it so much that I would do it again multiple times. It's actually really awesome that people will get us hyped, you know? Like, I never got this experience before, and it's actually kind of cool.
I like that the drive that the teachers give me and the students give me, that even though it's hard, you can't do it. This is something you gotta watch. It's something that you can't miss. It's something like that is worth it.
From Whitney High School in Rocklin, I'm Nick Pecoraro, and this is Premier Preps. Well, I don't know who started cutting onions in here, but I think my man Pranav Todi from Whitney High School said it best in that a unified basketball game like this is something that you cannot miss, and it's totally worth it. So tremendous shout out goes out to Rocklin and Whitney High Schools for annually coming together and putting on an amazing event for these great kids. Well, that's going to do it for this week's episode of Premier Preps. We are 6 episodes deep now. We all thank you so much for always tuning in and subscribing to our channel right here. We're having a great time doing this. Keep spreading the word and keep watching. We're actually going to take this next week off for spring break. We're going to reset and recharge and hit the ground running again the following week, so we hope you tune in then. Until then, I'm Nick Pecoraro, and this is Premier Preps. Thanks for watching.